Western military experts are emphasizing the significance of strengthening Ukraine's air defense capability as tensions between Ukraine and Russia continue to rise. Western Insight reports demonstrate that Russia is gathering airplanes close to the Ukrainian boundary, showing a potential land hostile upheld vigorously by fixed-wing and rotating-wing airplane. The United States of America announced in November 2022 that it would ship Ukraine 4 TWQ-1 Avenger air defense systems to assist Ukraine in combating this threat. Additionally, the United States included 8 additional systems in a package of military aid for Ukraine just last month. The primary mobile air defense weapon of the United States Army is the TWQ-1 Avenger, also known as the M1097. It is a light, highly mobile, and simple to transport surface-to-air missile fire unit. Each Avenger is equipped with a FN-M3P machine gun and 2 missile pods, each containing 8 Stinger missiles. Stinger missiles from the Avenger have also been successful against unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs. In an April 2017 test, an Avenger fired Stingers at 2 unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, marking the missile's first successful intercept of a UAV target. Development. The Avenger air defense system was developed privately by the then Defense Systems Division of the Boeing Aerospace Company in the early 1980s. Complete time from idea through to conveyance to the U.S. Armed Force for preliminaries was just 10 months. An AM General 4x4 high-mobility multipurpose wheeled vehicle, HMNWV, with a turret in the rear and 8 ready-to-launch missiles makes up the Avenger. Additionally, the turret can be used as a single, fixed unit. Target securing is either by direct vision utilizing the optical sight or using a forward-looking infrared FLIR framework. For Raytheon Stinger SAMs, identical to those used in the man-portable version, are positioned on either side of the turret. 3 live Stinger rounds were fired at ballistic aerial targets during U.S. Army tests in May 1984 at the Yakima, Washington Firing Center. The first shot was a direct hit from the vehicle traveling at 32 kilometers per hour on an unprepared road. The unit was stationary when the second shot was fired at night, resulting in a direct hit. However, when the third shot was fired, the vehicle was moving and it was raining. It was scored as a tactical kill despite narrowly missing the target because the missile was within kill range of an approaching aircraft. Stinger missiles. Right on time during the 1980s, the U.S. Armed Force started to explore ways of defeating the tactical's absence of air safeguard. One consequence of these drives was the Justice Fighter weapon framework. The Vindicator is a non-formative thing, lightweight, exceptionally portable and movable surface-to-air rocket/firearm weapon framework mounted on a high-portability multipurpose wheeled vehicle. A 50 caliber M3P machine gun and 2 standard vehicle missile launchers, each containing 4 Stinger missiles, are affixed to the turret. Soldiers, as well as ground personnel from the U.S. Marine Corps, Navy, and Air Force, use the shoulder-fired Stinger weapon system to defend themselves against low-level fixed and rotary-wing aircraft attacks. It is the weapon of choice for many Allied forces and the United States. The 35-pound, supersonic, fire and fail to remember Stinger, which supplanted the overnight flight, includes speedy response obtaining and following, and all-angle commitment. Remembering head for, the Stinger's increased missile speed, range, maneuverability, flight tracking, and resistance to countermeasures made it comparable to the most advanced threat aircraft. The Stinger RMP is used by the U.S. Army's ground forces, as well as to equip helicopters for air-to-air combat and the Bradley fighting vehicle for low-altitude air defense. Laser Avenger. In addition to the missile system and machine gun, the Laser Avenger was developed by Boeing and features a 1 kilowatt laser mounted on the Avenger vehicle. The Avenger has a 1 kilowatt solid-state laser, and the tests revealed, according to the company, that the system has enough range to operate safely far from the target. Another aspect of the 2-day examination, the framework demonstrated powerful as a counter-UAV weapon, obliterating 2 little UAVs. The organization trusts that the framework's presentation would show that coordinated energy weapons, DEW, are pertinent to the present combat zone and are fit to be handled. Laser Vindicator likewise is the most recent in a progression of Boeing moves up to extend the Justice Fighter Air Guard framework into a nimble multi-job weapon framework, AMWS, with ground-to-ground as well as ground-to-air capacity. The Avenger's ability to carry missiles and a machine gun was preserved while the laser was added. By expanding upon the Vindicator, of which more than 600 are depot-lead, the organization says that the Laser Justice Fighter will exploit a current worldwide coordinated factors organization. New Air Defense System. One of the Army's options for replacing the out-of-date Avenger short-range air defense system is the IM-SHORAD system. While the Vindicator functioned admirably in its day as a virus war stage for the security of armed force units from close and air dangers, the framework is revealing how old it very well may be, being less survivable than other current Air Guard frameworks, and demanding a long setup investment to get functional. The IM-SHORAD is designed to offer a more up-to-date set of capabilities and perform better in areas where the Avenger fails. With better armor and survivability than a Humvee platform, IM-SHORAD can keep up with the units it is protecting when mounted on an armored striker vehicle. The framework has its own radar and a variety of weapons that can be viable against air dangers without a long arrangement process. Right now, the IM-SHORAD situation isn't exactly prepared for full creation. However, different models have been made. Operational testing is required to prepare the system for mass production. Troopers need to get their hands on the framework, figure out how to utilize it, and afterward use it similarly as they would, including attempting new things, committing errors, and in any case doing the kind of thing that the framework originators might not have arranged for.